If you're looking to book up to 10 appointments a week through LinkedIn business-to-business lead generation, you've come to the right video. Hi guys, my name's Deepak Shukla, and in association with SEMrush and my company Pearl Lemon Leads, I'm going to be walking you through the 5 key areas that you need to consider if you want to generate 10 B2B appointments a week on LinkedIn. Let's get into it. So everybody, if you've not yet checked out our first 2 videos in this series, then I'd love for you to go ahead and check it out right now. You might find it with a playlist attached to this video, or alternatively, just go ahead and search how to generate 10,000 views a month on LinkedIn, alongside how to create a killer B2B optimized profile in 2020. Go ahead and check those out right now. So please do, whilst you're here, also comment, like and subscribe to this channel with SEMrush, and without further ado, let's get into it. So the first section we're going to be going through is why LinkedIn a tool even for lead generation. And what I want to do is take you through some pretty impressive statistics for why it's the de facto place to be if you're looking to generate appointments for your actual sales team. 75% of all registered LinkedIn users have incomes of over $50,000. And get this, 44% of all LinkedIn registered users have incomes of over $75,000. That is a pretty wealthy audience. But we're not finished yet, because it continues. A recent survey of business executives found that 75% of them actually log in to LinkedIn on a daily basis. And if you're still not convinced, according to a B2B news network, half of LinkedIn users are likely to purchase with a company that they actually engage with on the platform. So these are the reasons why LinkedIn is a super place to be for your business-to-business lead generation. What isn't LinkedIn lead generation? It's important to clarify that as we move forward through this training. So the first thing is that it is not paid ads. Paid ads are extremely powerful on LinkedIn, but that's not what we're talking about today, okay? The second element of that is that it is not actual company page growth that we're going to be discussing. So we're not going to be talking about the growth of, for example, the SEMrush actual LinkedIn company page. And furthermore, to preempt something that you're probably thinking about, it is not actual sponsored email messaging that you can get through the various subscription options that LinkedIn does have. So it's not going to be those areas. What we're actually going to be talking about is these following things: purchasing LinkedIn Sales Navigator, outreaching to your second degree network, not the people that you directly know already on LinkedIn, but the people that your people know, or the people that your first degree network knows, as well as then sending targeted outreach messages, perhaps sometimes in a sequence, to your second degree network. That's what we're talking about today when we're talking about B2B lead generation on LinkedIn. Dun, dun, dun. This is the part that I know that you've all been waiting for. We're going to be talking about my top 3 strategies to actually start generating those B2B appointments, okay? So the first most important strategy and mistake that I see is make sure that you're outreaching only to people who could be your ideal actual client, okay? So make sure that if you are a SEO agency owner or a B2B lead generation agency owner like we are at Pearl Lemon, then you're just ultimately keeping within your network in terms of the outreach that you do, not your friends, not your family, not colleagues that you've met through a co-working space, but actually focused upon your ideal business client. That's a key thing, because therefore each time that that person, let's call it Frank, who's a managing director at Frank's local gym, when Frank likes your actual comment or your status or connects with you, you're also going to get access to Frank's network, who probably happen to be also other gym-based business owners, as an example, okay? So that is the first key thing, that make sure you're outreaching specifically potential clients of your actual business. So if you're an SEO agency owner like myself, and you're also messaging other SEOs and you've got a strong SEO network, that's good for the actual network, but it is not good for the actual development of your business. So be mindful that if you're connected with too many people who are within the same industry as you, they're probably not going to be people that are going to buy from you. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is that it also works the other way around. So one of the things that I often see is that I'm getting on average 150 connection requests a week. Now, all of those people, rather the large majority of them, are not my ideal client. Yet a mistake that I've commonly made, and it's still sometimes a mistake that I continue to make, is I accept people's actual requests on the basis of the desire to just expand my network. Don't do that, okay? Only accept people that are relevant to your actual business, people that you could potentially end up doing business with, okay? So that's individuals within companies. So when you're outreaching, outreach your ideal client. And when you're actually accepting requests that come in, accept those from businesses, or rather individuals that could be your actual ideal client. Now, the third thing that I don't see being used enough is something called LinkedIn boolean search. Google it. LinkedIn boolean search. LinkedIn gives you an incredible power to use the and or function, okay? So to this degree, you could, in my example, target someone who's a former Deloitte employee. I used to work at Deloitte. You could target someone who also used to go to Warwick University. So then I could look at people that are former Deloitte employees, former Warwick University alumni, in combination with someone who considers themselves to be entrepreneurial, okay? So I could target through LinkedIn Sales Navigator in combination with LinkedIn Boolean Search people that are ex-actual company, ex-university. So we've got those two pieces in common, and I'm really giving you a couple of points now, in combination with the use of LinkedIn Boolean Search, okay? So therefore, I could target people within, for example, the human resources industry without targeting actual recruiters, because I might not want to do business with recruiters. So I could look to exclude the word not recruiters and entrepreneurial, or not entrepreneurial and recruiters, okay? In case it was the other way around. So with the use of LinkedIn Boolean Search, there are so many combinations of actual searches that you could run. Use LinkedIn Sales Navigator for the education and the background, and use that with Boolean Search to target people based upon a sport. You could target people that like tennis. You could target people that like football, that like the World Cup, that are French speakers, that are German speakers. You could target anyone using LinkedIn Boolean Search to really narrow down your targeted actual segment. So they are the three keys that are really important for when you begin your actual B2B messaging outreach campaign. So we've come to the final section of this actual training. So these are three additional things, or three additional rules that you must know when you're actually doing your B2B outreach, okay? So the first element of it is make sure that you're not sending more than 150 connection requests per day, okay? So LinkedIn does set some fair usage, or some rather, guidelines to follow. So don't go beyond messaging, or rather outreaching, to more than 150 people per day, every day. That's the first thing to consider. The second thing to consider is that when you use LinkedIn Sales Navigator, they do also show you people who have visited your profile in the last 90 days. So look at those people, okay? You will and you should find some really relevant individuals who could become your potential clients. And again, feel free to connect with those people, and feel free to have a sequence that makes sense for people that have visited your profile in terms of a response that you could fire back, okay? And the final thing to consider is that the end goal of a LinkedIn lead generation campaign isn't actually to close a deal. It's not to close a deal. The closing would be to get this person, to get me on the phone. That would be what you should consider victory. So these are the key areas that you must consider if you're looking to generate up to 10 B2B appointments a week. Feel free, or please do, comment, like, and subscribe if you've enjoyed watching this video. My name's Deepak Shukla of Pearl Lemon, and this is how to generate 10 appointments a week using LinkedIn with SEMrush. See you next time, guys.